This video tells the story of Susan LaFlèche Picotte, a Native American woman who had to walk in two worlds. That means she tried to live in two ways at the same time by following her Omaha traditions while also living in the modern American world. In what ways did Susan LaFlèche Picotte walk in two worlds, and what did that mean for her work and life?
If you were to look at the whole trajectory of Susan LaFlèche Picotte, the takeaway is just confirmation of the triumph of the human spirit.
Susan LaFlèche was born in the summer of 1865, likely during one of the last buffalo hunts of the Omaha tribe. But the Omaha world was changing. Unlike her sister Bright Eyes, Susan was never given an Indian name. Her father, chief of the tribe, wanted his youngest daughter to go far in the white man's world. The son of a French father and Indian mother, Joseph LaFlèche, known as Iron Eye, had been to Washington, had seen the coming flood of white men. He knew the old way of life would not last. 10 years after her brother, Susan went to the mission school. She became a devout Christian and learned English quickly, which pleased her father. But step by step, Susan moved closer to her dream. After 2 years at the Elizabeth School for Young Ladies, she became part of an unusual educational experiment. The Hampton Institute in Virginia, founded by General Chapman Armstrong. Here, in an atmosphere of military discipline, the sons and daughters of former slaves attended classes side by side with Native Americans. But Susan LaFlèche was on a different track. Her fellow Hampton students described her as the arrow of the future shot from the bow of the past.
She was able to maintain this almost completely bicultural identity for almost all of her life.
In 1886, Susan LaFlèche arrived at the Women's Medical College of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, a city of more than 1 million people. Susan loved medical school. In letter after letter, she shared her experiences with her sister Rosalie, back home on the Omaha Reservation. On March 14, 1889, Susan LaFlèche, age 24, graduated as the valedictorian of her class. She's the first Native American to become a medical doctor at a time in history when even the most privileged white woman faced an uphill battle. Susan had surpassed her father's dream for her, but he wasn't there to see it. Chief Iron Eye died just before his daughter graduated from medical school. In 1894, Susan LaFlèche married Henry Picotte, the son of a French trader and his Indian wife. They had 2 sons, Carol and Pierre, and Susan kept working. After the death of Chief Iron Eye, the Omaha people have been without a leader. But now, it seems, Susan has taken her father's place. A widow, with her sons away at military school, Dr. Sue responds to the needs of her people for a healer, translator, advisor, and friend. For many years, Dr. Picotte had dreamed of building her own hospital, a place of healing in the heart of her community. That hospital was finally built and dedicated in 1913.
It's an assertion of her independence, that she raised the money for this herself. She didn't depend on that network of white women. She didn't depend on the federal government. It's a real strong statement of Indian self-determination.
In 1915, just 2 years after her hospital opened its doors, Dr. Susan LaFlèche Picotte died at her home in Walt Hill. She was 50 years old.
She helped so many people and is still making her presence known. Even though she's gone, she still has an amazing impact on people's lives today. We can see it in the women today, how they carry themselves. They have more confidence in themselves that they can do something and be something because of what she did and the road that she paved for us today as Umaha women.
In
And
what
I
ways
think
did
that's
Susan
amazing.
LaFlèche Picotte walk in two worlds? And what did that mean for her work and life? Want to learn more about this topic? Click the link in the description to experience our iNative activity sheet.